In this lesson, we'll learn how to add a new workspace in Dscope. One of the great features of Dscope is that it can handle multiple workspaces. This is important because you may want to organize different types of deadlines, for example, work deadlines versus your personal deadlines into completely separate workspaces. So to add a new workspace, we simply click on the Add New Workspace button and we type in the name of our workspace and we create the new workspace. And of course, our new workspace is just one of multiple workspaces that are accessible through this pull down menu. So if I wanted to select a different workspace, each of which have their own deadlines, categories, and statuses, I can simply access that through the pull down menu selection. But for now, we will stay on our new workspace. As expected, there are no deadlines plotted whatsoever. I haven't added any categories yet, and I haven't added any statuses yet. So for the sake of time, I've already added some categories, but let's pretend there were no categories. I'm adding these manually. I'm going to add one category here, board meetings, add. Of course, that will go on to our list, alphabetical order. On the status legends, again, for sake of time, I've already added some. To go over once again, I want to add a new status. I'll pick green for completed, but supposing I just wanted to track the deadline to make sure everything was finalized, I add that deadline, status, and color, and I'm all set to go. Now, I just need to start adding deadlines that fall within these categories. For the sake of time, I've already added some deadlines here and assigned them statuses. As you can see, I have my various categories and deadlines and the statuses for each one of those. Now, one thing you'll notice is that the categories are listed for deadlines falling within this time range, which is currently set to 1 month. Now, keep that in mind as we go ahead and add a brand new deadline falling within a category that's not yet shown. So board meetings, and I will add the title, annual presentation to the board. And the deadline is the 14th of May, and it is not in any way extendable. So I go ahead and I've set the deadline and the deadline status. Now watch carefully on the visualization. So board is not represented as a category. I add the deadline, and now board meetings is represented as a category because within this month, there's at least one deadline falling within that category. This is very useful because it Dscope only shows you deadlines falling under categories which have at least one deadline within the selected time period. Again, with a view to prioritizing and helping you to focus on what's relevant over a given time period. If I were to go back 1 week, only 3 of those categories have deadlines falling within that week period. And you can see for a week time range, the times are literally 1 day. So each concentric circle represents the next day. If I go to 1 month, this is actually 1 week apart. Again, trying to help to organize visually the various deadlines. So there you have it. All the deadlines are entered with their statuses. I can, of course, change deadline statuses at any time. If I want to edit, I can change that to on track, for example, change the status. I can add further details in the description and get as much detail as I like. So again, here the status color is now changed. So I can get clear information on that status just by looking at the color. So there you have it. That's how to add deadlines manually to the Dscope visualization. And of course, our new workspace is just one of multiple workspaces that are accessible through this pull-down menu. So if I wanted to select a different workspace, each of which have their own deadlines, categories, and statuses, I can simply access that through the pull-down menu selection. But for now, we will stay on our new workspace.